For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jamie, and 2 weeks ago I started my YouTube journey, and with that came my first ever upload. And I'll admit, it's a bit shoddy. The video was rushed. I just wanted to get something out and to have a base to start with. And over the process of uploading the video, I came to realize how important editing is. It's almost like sort of the foundation of creating an engaging video. So with that, I decided to set myself a challenge. How good could I get at video editing in just 2 weeks? And in my mind, I had no idea where I could get to. I was starting from very limited knowledge. I didn't know what software I would use. I didn't know anything about video editing, basically.
You know nothing.
So for the past 2 weeks, I've been spending as much time as I can researching, growing, learning, trying new things. And I'll be honest, I'm quite happy with how far I've come. So in the beginning, I didn't really know how to start. My first video was rough. Had some very basic music, which I found copyright free. I didn't really make any cuts in the video, so it was definitely rough. And I edited it on my phone using CapCut, but it's basic. It's not what I was looking for. So the first step for me was to figure out which software I wanted to use. One of my good friends is a videographer, so he suggested that I start with DaVinci Resolve. And after doing a bit of research myself, it seemed like the best place to start. So off I went, downloading DaVinci Resolve. And yeah, let me tell you, when I opened up that software, I was intimidated for sure. It's a lot of options and 7 different screens, and it is definitely daunting for sure when you start with that. But through a handy YouTube tutorial by Think Media, I was able to get a good understanding of what it takes to upload or to edit an initial YouTube video. It's things like including text coming in and out rather than just showing up on the screen, adding cuts and B-roll. And if you don't know what A-roll and B-roll are, A-roll is basically this clip now, this main clip, and B-roll is something like this. Me typing at a keyboard, me pressing a mouse pad or scrolling on the screen. So those kind of things are B-roll, and I might talk about that a little bit, A-roll and B-roll, because I didn't really know what they were, but it is a foundational part of making videos, and especially making engaging videos, is to have 2 different clip types as well. So the first video was tough, and opening up that software was definitely tough, but luckily I had a really good friend who I mentioned earlier, and he was able to come by and give me some advice and some tips on what I can expect, and also some shortcuts to make the editing process quicker. So without him, it definitely would have taken me a lot longer to get to where I am today. So definitely, if you have a friend, if you know somebody that has some experience in editing, bring them along, and I'm sure they'll be able to give you some quick tips that will just get you started a little bit quicker than you just by yourself. So reach out to a friend. And I guess in the beginning, the biggest challenge was just figuring out how the software works. Like, how do I get my footage into the software? And then figuring out how to cut it, how to edit it, how to adjust the volume. And it definitely took a while to get a little bit quicker at making snappier adjustments. But I think something that clicked for me was just making the videos smoother. I think that was a big thing that my first video was lacking. Like, if I'm honest, some parts I myself found boring. And I think if you're the viewer, you definitely found that boring. So I think for me, it was just trimming little bits that were maybe not that interesting, not that relevant either. Overall, it was just starting from scratch, starting from the basics. But what I ended up doing was taking that first video and taking all of the clips from that first video and putting them into DaVinci Resolve. And following that tutorial, I managed to make a video which I was a lot more proud of. Like, I was really happy with the way that the sort of on-screen information came up. It sort of eased in and eased out. It flowed a lot better. There was a lot more engagement in the video and engaging content as well. The one thing that I hadn't figured out, and I'll be honest, I'd only just figured out one thing that really helped me, was color grading. So right now I'm filming on iPhone. For some reason, I didn't really realize why, it really changes the color when you upload it to DaVinci Resolve. But through one setting I found, you could just toggle one button and then bang, like your videos will be uploaded with much better color correction, and that is pre any color grading, which is something that I'm still yet to learn a lot of. So definitely something that I'm going to be working on in the future is color grading, sort of making things look very visually appealing, and is definitely a complex part of it. But one of the bits that I was really happy with, which is quite funny, was just being able to blur a certain part of the video and have that blur sort of stay with that bit in the video. Oh, I remember when I did it, I was so happy. It's so rewarding editing sometimes when you have a vision and you can sort of execute on that vision and it comes out exactly how you wanted it to come out. I was really happy. That was a big moment for me. And yeah, I think I'll show a little bit of like the comparison side by side, and I'll also put a link to the first video. I have taken it down from my site just because I re-uploaded the re-edited version. So I'll share links in the description for both of those and you can check them out and compare them. But I'll just put over some little clips here, and hopefully you'll be able to tell a difference quite quickly between the first one and the second one. Obviously, if you had any tips or if you made some videos yourself, I'm always happy to hear about your editing experience, and if you have any advice for beginners like myself, I'd really love to hear it. So let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I think what still feels very hard is color grading. It is difficult and it is complex. I mean, a lot of people make it look very easy, which is amazing. So that's something that I want to work on, but I also want to work on sort of like animations, like making a video just more engaging. And I really like the idea of being able to add special effects into my videos. And the third one, which is crucial, is sound effects, because I really have not mastered that at all. It's so hard to like find the right music for certain sections of a video and to find the right like sound effects. I mean, honestly, I'm so impressed with how people manage to do that in their videos. But hopefully if you subscribe, then you will see my progression from where I am now, and maybe I'll do another video like this of how far I've come in after 2 months of editing. And my plan is to upload videos weekly so that I can continue to learn more about editing and YouTube as a whole. If you're starting from scratch, definitely DaVinci Resolve is the way to go. It's such a great software, and I feel like it's pretty user-friendly, but also like if you know what you're doing, there's so many features to explore and to unlock within it. So I'm really excited to learn more about DaVinci Resolve, get better at editing, and sort of take you along with my journey, and hopefully you see the quality of my videos improving over time. If not, I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. But yeah, I think if you're starting from scratch, DaVinci Resolve is the way to go. Watch a tutorial, ask a friend, and there are so many free resources out there, especially for DaVinci Resolve. So if you have an idea in mind, just look it up on YouTube. There's so many tutorials. It's how I found out how to do the blurring, and honestly, it feels so good when that pays off and you get that clip that you wanted. And I've got a lot more ideas of how I can improve my editing, like I said. So thanks a lot for watching this video. It's a fun thing to try and see how good you can get at 2 weeks. Let me know if you have any ideas of something that I could try for 2 weeks and see how good I could get. And let me know if there's any skill that you've tried for 2 weeks and managed to actually improve. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, then I'd greatly appreciate that. My videos are focused a lot on running, like plant-based and vegan food. and bouldering, a lot of outdoor activities. So if you're someone like me and you like the outdoors and you like nature as a whole, then stick around and I think you'll enjoy my content. Thanks a lot. Bye.